Multidimensional chosen ones don't just ascend, they shift dimensions. Have you ever felt that subtle yet unshakable sensation deep inside your core, whispering that reality itself is far richer and more complex than we've been led to believe? Maybe you've experienced moments where the world around you suddenly seemed less solid, less concrete, almost like a thin veil momentarily lifted, revealing infinite layers hidden beneath the surface. Perhaps you've caught yourself lost in profound contemplation, questioning why you seem to perceive or feel things others simply cannot grasp. If this resonates with you, I want you to pause right now and ask yourself something profound. What if your soul isn't here just to ascend, but to consciously shift dimensions? What if you're one of the rare, multidimensional chosen ones who carry within them the sacred ability to navigate, influence, and even create profound shifts across multiple layers of reality? You see, most people approach spiritual awakening purely as a linear process, a simple journey from darkness into light, from lower consciousness to higher consciousness. But if you've found yourself constantly feeling this linear model doesn't fully capture your experience, it's because your soul isn't designed merely to ascend along a straight path. Instead, your consciousness is uniquely multidimensional, designed to weave through, interact with, and shift between numerous realities and dimensions simultaneously. Ascension, in the common sense, is like climbing a mountain. Dimension shifting is about realizing there's not just one mountain, there are infinite mountains, each existing in different dimensions, frequencies, and timelines, and your soul has the innate ability to leap gracefully between them. So let me ask you this deep, critical question. Have you ever considered that your feelings of being different or misunderstood stem precisely from your soul's profound multidimensional nature?
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
This multidimensional awareness isn't simply a whimsical spiritual idea. It's backed deeply by ancient wisdom and quantum physics alike. Quantum physics reveals clearly that reality isn't fixed, it's fluid, existing as endless possibilities until consciousness actively interacts with it, causing specific outcomes to manifest. Ancient mystics and shamans knew this deeply, describing the universe as infinite layers of reality overlapping, intertwined, like threads in a vast cosmic tapestry. Your soul, as a multidimensional chosen one, naturally perceives this tapestry clearly, sensing the interplay between dimensions. You instinctively grasp truths most humans still dismiss as fantasy or impossible, precisely because you can intuitively sense and even shift the boundaries between dimensions. Yet, recognizing your multidimensional nature is only the first step. Fully embracing it demands deep courage and conscious practice. You must learn to consciously navigate your multidimensional awareness, developing skills to move fluidly and intentionally between realities. Many of you have already experienced unconscious shifts between dimensions. Maybe you've had powerful dreams that felt vividly real, more authentic than waking life, or déjà vu so potent you knew instantly you'd already lived this exact scenario elsewhere. Perhaps you've noticed subtle shifts around you, relationships suddenly changing, situations abruptly resolving, or new opportunities appearing seemingly out of nowhere, leaving you baffled yet intrigued. What if these weren't mere coincidences? What if, in those moments, your consciousness subtly shifted dimensions, navigating you effortlessly toward different timelines or parallel realities? This isn't fantasy, it's profound spiritual reality. Your multidimensional consciousness regularly interfaces with multiple layers of existence, subtly guiding you toward outcomes aligned perfectly with your highest spiritual growth. But here's the profound truth you must understand clearly. Until you consciously recognize and embrace your dimension-shifting ability, your experiences will remain subtle, random, and confusing. The universe intentionally gives you glimpses, nudging you toward awakening fully to your multi-dimensional nature. Your soul's mission isn't simply to ascend toward a single goal of enlightenment, but to become consciously adept at shifting dimensions, bridging realities, and guiding humanity toward profound collective awakening. Practically speaking, how can you begin consciously embracing your multidimensional nature daily? First, understand clearly that meditation becomes your most powerful ally. Not generic meditation, but meditation tailored specifically toward expanding multidimensional awareness. Begin practicing visualization daily. Imagine yourself standing clearly at the center of infinite doors, each representing different realities or timelines. With conscious intention, visualize yourself opening these doors, gently stepping through and exploring briefly the energy, possibilities, and lessons each reality offers. Regular multi-dimensional visualization expands your intuitive clarity profoundly, training your consciousness to shift dimensions intentionally. Second, cultivate daily dream journaling. Dreams are powerful gateways your multidimensional consciousness uses naturally to explore alternate realities or parallel timelines. Immediately upon waking, record your dreams vividly. Reflect consciously upon recurring themes, symbols, or emotions. Regular dream journaling profoundly enhances your multidimensional memory, intuitive clarity, and conscious dimension-shifting abilities. Additionally, daily grounding practices become essential. Your multidimensional awareness naturally extends your consciousness widely, risking energetic overwhelm or confusion without regular grounding. Daily, visualize clearly roots of luminous energy extending from your feet deep into Earth's stabilizing core. Feel Earth's nurturing, grounding energies flow upward, anchoring your multidimensional consciousness firmly yet gently into physical reality. Grounding stabilizes your internal energies practically, ensuring your dimension shifting remains energetically sustainable, clear, and intentional. Finally, seek intentionally conscious communities or friendships that validate your multidimensional experiences. Consciously connecting with aligned souls profoundly enhances your spiritual clarity, reduces isolation, and dramatically amplifies your dimension-shifting abilities collectively. Your shared multidimensional clarity creates powerful ripples throughout collective consciousness, inspiring humanity toward deeper awareness and profound spiritual growth. Now, pause deeply and ask yourself this profound question. Are you ready to courageously embrace your extraordinary mission as a multidimensional chosen one, consciously mastering your dimension-shifting abilities and profoundly shaping humanity's collective evolution? In our next powerful segment, we'll explore precisely why your soul chose this extraordinary multidimensional mission, how consciously mastering dimension-shifting radically transforms your life's purpose, spiritual clarity, emotional resilience, relationships, and your profound impact on humanity's awakening. Are you ready to fully understand clearly your soul's deepest purpose, and the extraordinary life awaiting you once your multidimensional consciousness becomes consciously mastered, the hidden purpose behind your multidimensional gifts, why your soul chose to shift dimensions, not just ascend. If you're still here, if your soul resonates deeply with the understanding that you're not merely ascending spiritually but actively shifting dimensions, then there's a powerful truth you're ready to fully embrace. Your soul intentionally chose this complex multidimensional mission. But why would a soul choose such an intricate path rather than simply focusing on linear ascension? To grasp this fully, you must first understand clearly that humanity is currently at a critical turning point. We stand collectively on the threshold of a profound evolutionary leap, not just individually, but as an entire species. And in this delicate transitional moment, souls like yours, multidimensional chosen ones, become essential guides, uniquely capable of navigating complex energies and bridging multiple dimensions simultaneously. Your multidimensional gifts weren't randomly assigned. Before your incarnation into this physical reality, your soul consciously agreed to carry this profound awareness precisely because humanity would desperately need guides capable of perceiving clearly beyond simplistic dualities and linear spiritual concepts. Souls stuck in linear thinking, seeing only good or evil, spiritual or material, darkness or light, are profoundly limited in their capacity for true awakening. Yet, as a multidimensional chosen one, your consciousness naturally perceives clearly beyond dualities, intuitively recognizing infinite possibilities, hidden truths, and deeper spiritual realities most humans cannot yet grasp. But why does humanity urgently need multidimensional guides right now? Look around at our collective reality. Humanity is deeply polarized, divided, and struggling profoundly to awaken spiritually. Many are stuck rigidly in fear-based thinking, unable to perceive clearly beyond simplistic black and white paradigms. Your multidimensional consciousness silently challenges these limiting illusions, subtly yet powerfully introducing humanity to deeper truths. That reality isn't fixed but fluid, that infinite possibilities exist simultaneously, and that spiritual awakening requires embracing complexity, authenticity, and profound interconnectedness. Yet, your mission isn't merely about challenging illusions intellectually. Your soul's deepest purpose involves consciously shifting dimensions practically, bridging alternate realities, and subtly influencing humanity's collective timeline toward profound healing, unity, and spiritual awakening. Have you ever deeply considered how subtle shifts in your own consciousness directly impact your reality, and even collective reality, far more profoundly than conventional wisdom suggests? Quantum physics clearly reveals reality as inherently responsive to consciousness itself. When your multidimensional consciousness intentionally focuses upon specific realities or possibilities, your awareness actively influences outcomes within that quantum field. Imagine vividly a single drop of water gently falling into a still pond. Initially, it seems insignificant, yet soon powerful ripples radiate outward endlessly, subtly altering everything they encounter. Similarly, your multidimensional consciousness regularly creates powerful ripples throughout collective consciousness, influencing humanity's evolutionary trajectory profoundly. But until now, your dimension shifting has likely been unconscious or random, leaving you confused or uncertain. The key to fully embracing your profound soul purpose lies in consciously mastering dimension shifting intentionally. Practically speaking, this means developing consistent daily practices designed specifically to harness your multidimensional awareness. In meditation becomes essential, focusing your consciousness intentionally toward realities aligned clearly with healing, unity, clarity, and collective awakening. Dream work becomes invaluable, offering powerful glimpses into alternate realities or timelines your consciousness naturally navigates during sleep. Practically, regularly ask yourself deeply, what reality do I consciously choose to focus upon today? Which timeline or dimension aligns clearly with humanity's highest spiritual good? As you intentionally visualize or meditate upon specific realities, your multidimensional consciousness subtly, yet profoundly, influences collective possibilities. Over time, your intentional dimension shifting becomes powerfully amplified, profoundly shaping humanity's evolutionary trajectory toward greater harmony, clarity, and awakening. Furthermore, your multidimensional consciousness uniquely qualifies you to hold compassionate space for humanity's collective shadows and complexities. While many spiritual paths reject darkness or avoid painful realities, your consciousness courageously embraces complexity authentically. You intuitively sense humanity's hidden fears, wounds, and shadows clearly, yet simultaneously perceive infinite potentials for profound healing and awakening. Your authentic presence alone silently inspires others toward deeper self-awareness, compassionate healing, and courageous authenticity. Consider this deeply. How might your courageous embrace of complexity and authenticity inspire profound shifts in collective consciousness toward deeper wisdom, authenticity, and spiritual awakening? But perhaps the most profound truth behind your multidimensional mission involves your extraordinary emotional resilience, intuitive clarity, and profound spiritual strength. Dimension shifting demands courage, clarity, resilience, and immense spiritual strength. All qualities your soul intentionally chose to cultivate precisely through multidimensional navigation. Every challenging experience, confusing moment, or profound insight you've encountered so far served precisely as sacred training, intentionally preparing you for your profound spiritual mission. Your soul didn't choose an easy path. It consciously selected challenges specifically designed to strengthen your intuition, courage, resilience, and multidimensional clarity. Now, practically speaking, how can you consciously embrace your multidimensional purpose daily? Prioritize consistent practices enhancing intuitive clarity, emotional resilience, and spiritual strength. Meditation, grounding, emotional alchemy, dream journaling, intuitive discernment, all become essential practices. Equally vital is consciously connecting with aligned souls, cultivating supportive communities, or seeking mentorship. Validating your multidimensional experiences, significantly enhancing your clarity, reducing isolation, and amplifying your profound impact significantly. Reflect deeply upon this profound question now. Are you fully prepared to consciously embrace your extraordinary soul purpose as a multidimensional chosen one, recognizing clearly your profound role in guiding humanity toward authentic spiritual awakening through conscious dimension shifting? In our next powerful segment, we'll explore practical, powerful techniques designed specifically to enhance your conscious dimension shifting abilities intentionally. You'll discover precisely how consciously mastering these sacred practices profoundly transforms your relationships, life purpose, emotional clarity, spiritual resilience, and collective impact on humanity's evolution. Are you fully ready to consciously master these powerful spiritual tools now? Mastering dimension shifting, practical techniques for consciously navigating multiple realities as a multidimensional chosen one. Now that you deeply understand your profound soul mission as a multidimensional chosen one, not just ascending spiritually but actively and consciously shifting dimensions, you must master specific spiritual tools and practical techniques designed precisely to harness, clarify, and amplify your extraordinary gift. Your multidimensional consciousness is immensely powerful, capable of profoundly influencing personal and collective realities, yet without conscious mastery, it risks remaining random, confusing, or energetically exhausting. Are you ready to fully embrace practical techniques that clearly empower your intentional dimension shifting, profoundly impacting your life purpose, emotional clarity, spiritual resilience, relationships, and collective influence? First, mastering intentional meditation, specifically designed for dimension shifting, is essential. Regular meditation becomes your multidimensional training ground, sharpening intuitive clarity and strengthening your ability to consciously navigate different realities. Each day, create intentional meditation rituals. Sit comfortably, grounding yourself deeply first by visualizing luminous roots extending into Earth's core. Then, clearly visualize yourself standing calmly at the center of infinite doors, each representing alternate realities or timelines. With conscious intention, open specific doors, step briefly into these realities, and vividly explore the energy, possibilities, and lessons each dimension offers. Over time, consistent meditation significantly enhances your intuitive clarity, energetic resilience, and intentional dimension-shifting abilities. Practically, next, consciously practice dream work. Recognizing dreams clearly as powerful portals your multidimensional consciousness naturally utilizes to explore alternate realities or parallel dimensions effortlessly. Begin daily dream journaling consistently. Immediately upon waking, record dreams vividly and reflect intentionally upon recurring symbols, scenarios, or emotions clearly. Each evening, consciously set intentions before sleep, instructing your subconscious clearly. Tonight, allow me to consciously explore and remember alternate realities aligned perfectly with my highest purpose and humanity's collective awakening. Regular dream journaling and intentional sleep programming profoundly enhance your multidimensional memory, intuitive clarity, and conscious dimension-shifting skills practically. Additionally, regular grounding becomes indispensable. Your multidimensional consciousness naturally explores widely, risking energetic overwhelm or imbalance without regular grounding. Grounding ensures your internal energies remain clear, balanced, and energetically sustainable long-term. Each day, visualize luminous roots clearly extending from your feet deep into Earth's stabilizing core. Feel Earth's nurturing, grounding energy flow upward intentionally, anchoring your multidimensional awareness firmly yet gently into physical reality. Regular grounding stabilizes your internal balance practically, ensuring your dimension shifting remains energetically clear, resilient, and profoundly impactful consistently. Another powerful tool involves conscious emotional alchemy and shadow integration, vital for maintaining emotional clarity, energetic balance, and spiritual resilience during multidimensional explorations. Multidimensional chosen ones naturally encounter powerful emotional insights, intense experiences, and profound shadow revelations precisely because your consciousness courageously explores complexity authentically. Regularly practice emotional alchemy when challenging emotions arise, fear, sadness, anger. Resist impulses to suppress or reject them. Instead, courageously explore these emotions, consciously asking inwardly, what hidden wisdom or powerful insight does this emotion reveal clearly? Over time, emotional alchemy profoundly enhances emotional resilience, spiritual strength, and energetic clarity. Equally important is intentional solitude, essential spiritual medicine granting powerful energetic recalibration. Your dimension-shifting experiences naturally extend your energy widely. Solitude provides essential restoration, allowing your multidimensional energies to recalibrate clearly without external interference. Consciously schedule intentional solitude regularly. Daily quiet meditation, weekly retreats in nature, or reflective journaling rituals. Stimulates during solitude, recalibrate energetically, reflecting clearly upon recent experiences, emotions, intuitive insights, and multidimensional explorations intentionally. Solitude profoundly enhances intuitive clarity, emotional balance, energetic resilience, and spiritual authenticity. Practically, additionally, consciously cultivate intuitive discernment. Your multidimensional consciousness naturally accesses profound insights, alternate realities, and hidden possibilities intuitively. Yet, intuitive clarity demands discernment to avoid confusion or overwhelm. Regularly practice intuitive contemplation quietly. Before acting upon intuitive insights, pause briefly, ground yourself consciously, and ask inwardly, is this intuition clearly aligned with my highest spiritual purpose, balanced authenticity, and humanity's collective awakening? Intuitive discernment profoundly enhances practical clarity, energetic sustainability, and conscious dimension shifting effectively. Practically actively seek intentional spiritual communities or mentorship validating your multidimensional experiences authentically. While your multidimensional journey frequently feels solitary, consciously connecting with energetically aligned souls significantly enhances clarity, reduces isolation, and profoundly amplifies your multidimensional impact collectively. Regular interactions powerfully reinforce intuitive clarity, emotional resilience, spiritual authenticity, and practical dimension shifting abilities consistently. Reflect deeply upon this profoundly critical question now. Are you fully committed to consistently prioritizing these practical spiritual techniques, recognizing clearly their essential role in consciously mastering your extraordinary multidimensional gift practically? Your conscious commitment directly determines precisely how effectively your dimension shifting profoundly impacts your life purpose, emotional clarity, spiritual resilience, relationships, and collective influence practically. In our final transformative segment ahead, we'll vividly explore precisely how consciously mastering your dimension shifting profoundly shapes humanity's evolutionary trajectory practically. You'll clearly understand exactly the extraordinary legacy awaiting you once your multidimensional consciousness is consciously mastered intentionally. Are you fully ready now to consciously embrace this extraordinary spiritual legacy? Practically, your multidimensional legacy. How consciously shifting dimensions shapes humanity's spiritual evolution forever. Now, envision clearly the powerful legacy awaiting you as you consciously master your extraordinary dimension-shifting abilities. Your path as a multidimensional chosen one isn't simply about personal enlightenment, it's about profoundly influencing humanity's collective spiritual evolution. Your conscious navigation between realities isn't mere exploration, it's purposeful, intentional, and profoundly transformative. Each dimension you consciously explore, each alternate reality you intentionally integrate, subtly shifts collective consciousness toward greater awakening, authenticity, and profound spiritual harmony. Imagine future generations deeply honoring your courageous multidimensional journey. They will look back upon your life, clearly recognizing how your intentional dimension shifting profoundly reshaped humanity's collective timeline, inspiring countless souls toward deeper authenticity, compassion, and multidimensional wisdom. Your conscious mastery leaves an eternal spiritual impact, demonstrating clearly that reality itself is fluid, responsive to consciousness, and filled with infinite possibilities awaiting intentional exploration. Practically, your legacy emerges through intentional acts. The teachings you share, the relationships you nurture, the creative expressions you consciously create, all become powerful portals influencing humanity's collective awakening profoundly. Souls touched profoundly by your authentic, dimension-shifting wisdom will continue passing forward your teachings exponentially, expanding your spiritual legacy significantly. Your courageous, multidimensional authenticity inspires humanity collectively toward profound emotional depth, intuitive clarity, spiritual resilience, and harmonious interconnectedness. Practically, reflect deeply now upon this powerful truth clearly. Your soul intentionally chose precisely this extraordinary multidimensional mission, recognizing your unique ability to courageously embody balanced authenticity, complexity, and profound wisdom simultaneously. Every challenging experience, intuitive insight, emotional complexity, and profound revelation encountered throughout your journey intentionally prepared you specifically for this sacred role. Practically, understand clearly that your path as a multidimensional chosen one isn't about perfection. It's about courageous authenticity, intentional exploration, and profound integration. Practically, you'll still experience powerful emotional insights, intuitive revelations, and profound challenges consistently. Yet, through regular intentional practices, meditation, emotional alchemy, grounding, intuitive discernment, intentional solitude, you consciously master internal balance, emotional resilience, intuitive clarity, and spiritual authenticity, practically, significantly enhancing your collective, multidimensional influence intentionally. Now, deeply ask yourself one final powerful question. Are you fully ready to courageously embrace your extraordinary spiritual legacy, intentionally, consciously shaping humanity's evolutionary trajectory profoundly? Through your authentic, dimension-shifting, practically enlightened universe eagerly awaits your courageous answer, clearly honoring deeply your sacred multidimensional journey toward balanced authenticity, courageous exploration, profound integration, and eternal spiritual impact intentionally. Your profound multidimensional legacy clearly begins now. Are you fully ready to consciously embrace this extraordinary spiritual responsibility, practically shaping humanity's future forever? Step courageously now into your authentic multidimensional destiny, intentionally, knowing clearly your soul is precisely where it's always meant to be.